Welcome everyone to my 2015 McLaren P1 project. Now, when you buy a car like this, it's pretty well known that you should only take these cars to the dealer. Now, since I don't do that ever, I feel like this is a special opportunity to actually see what the dealer would charge.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is this idiot with an I am the warranty t-shirt taking a $2 million McLaren P1 to the dealer after it's been in a major hurricane? Well, since I picked up this car and started to rebuild it, I wanted to make sure that everything we did was to factory standards or better, and that we didn't cut any corners.
Okay, there we go.
In the last episode, we took out the fuel tank and the very expensive hybrid battery, so the car could be inspected properly. But there was still quite a bit of work to do before the dealership could put eyes on my soggy McNugget.
All right, so we have now dry ice cleaned this car, and there's still a ton of sand in it. Now, we want to make sure that we get to every nook and cranny, and in order to do that, we gotta take this out because it's been cutting absolutely everybody in the shop, and there's glass shards everywhere, so we're gonna take out the glass. And when I say we, I mean Jack. Jack? Yeah. He's gonna take out the glass.
I'm learning how to use the tools right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's Googling how to use the glass tools on my $2 million car. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think this is pretty easy.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't want to do it. All right. Everybody have all your fingers and toes? Okay. Watch your eyes. Engage safety splints. You think we're the only people that do this on a P1 right now?
There we go.
There we go. I got it.
What do you want?
Woo! Watch the paint! Welcome to a de-glassed and de-interiored McLaren P1. Check this out. Now, this is way more work than anybody at Copart did to clean it up, and you can tell because, well, there's salt in here, there's a bunch of corrosion everywhere, but now the car doesn't have any interior in it at all other than the center console and dash. We're going to take that off at some point, but this is looking real nasty. What do you guys think?
It's a never-ending cleaning.
It's never-ending. Yeah, we're gonna find salt and dirt in this thing for like the next 9 years. The dash actually looks pretty good. The windshield was very easy to take out. Like it only took us just a few minutes with that cold knife.
We have like some really expensive glass tools that we got because we thought they were, really helpful, and they are helpful, but we used a piece of conduit with a blade that had been hammered into it and cut every single panel out.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
15
Took
minutes.
it from your wife's kitchen.
It looks like something
Right?
you use for a walk, right?
Yeah, Jack borrowed a spatula.
This is the best glass tool.
Yeah, so this is a homemade thing. So we ordered this from Amazon. What is this?
The torpedo.
Torpedo. And this is just electrical conduit that was smashed, and then tape for safety.
Handle.
It's a handle.
Push handle.
For safety.
Safety, yeah.
Yes.
We're wearing glasses too.
Yep.
So we're good.
It's totally safe what we just did.
Yeah.
No gloves, just glasses.
Yeah.
Just that's the new Outback slogan. I want to see if the harness is actually okay back here because I know that the plugs aren't weather sealed. Hey, so it turns out that these are really hard to take out if they have salt water in them.
There you
There we go. That is, oh boy, that's pretty corroded. Yeah, so take a look at this. That is some corrosion right there. I don't think this harness is going to be good. Darn it. All right, this is looking way, way better. What do you think, Jack?
Dude, Rex killed it. It looks freaking amazing.
Rex, did you kill it? Did you kill this car?
I didn't do nothing.
You did.
We found it like this.
We found it like No, Rex did everything when it comes...
Mr. Scott did a lot.
Mr. Scott absolutely did a lot. Scott Ailes, the guy who let us borrow the Working Man's Cave, the dry slab here, and he has some amazing, amazing cars, and he does some amazing work. All of that stuff is going to be in the link in the video description below, but this is like next level cleaning. So this car was underwater, ladies and gentlemen. This was like, take a look at how that looks. That looks brand new. Now, when you open this up, you guys with smell-o-vision will notice that it doesn't smell like the sea anymore. It actually smells like an car. Now, back here, it has the harness that, well, the harness has seen better days. The harness isn't in great condition, and we're gonna have to replace everything in terms of electronics. But the dash looks fantastic. Everything's carbon here, by the way, and it's super, super, super lightweight. I am so excited because I know that everything here can be cleaned up, and these little modules are actually the same as in any other McLaren. They're just programmed differently. So in theory, if we get some other McLaren modules for like, I don't know, $100 or something, we could program these to the P1 spec. Now the seat looks a little bit better, but this leather is way past it. It has some mold, and it has some, looks like it's ostrich. It's not leather anymore. We're gonna reupholster both seats, so I'm not worried about that. I can't believe this is the same car. And now, all we have to do is put this on a trailer, because I have a plan, and I hope you guys can be a part of that plan. I want to take this to McLaren and see what they think.
They're not gonna think it's the same car.
Well, I mean, I hope they're as excited as I am, but what do you think they're gonna say?
Oh, they're gonna be like, it's gonna cost, you know, you might as well buy a new car because you're gonna have to change every single panel, all the electronics and all that. And yeah, they're gonna give you a crazy bill.
They're gonna ask for your kidney.
For my kidney. Okay. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
So at this point, most people would be nervous, but I was confident that even in its sorry state, McLaren themselves would agree that my P1 was totally fixable. And I knew that because before I bought the car, I used Car Vertical to learn as much as I could about the car's history. Not only is Car Vertical the most complete vehicle history report you can get, but it's more affordable and easier to use than the competitors. With their new website and app available on the App Store and Google Play, it's never been simpler to research the history of your next vehicle. In the case of my P1, I know that there weren't any discrepancies in its mileage, no records of loss or theft anywhere in the world, and other than the one slight run-in with some inclement weather, there weren't any surprises, which, to me, makes Car Vertical worth its weight in gold. It's absolutely essential that you research any car before you buy it, and with my special discount code, it's a no-brainer. Use the code Tavarish at checkout to get 10% off your order. Click the link in the description below to get peace of mind on your next car purchase, because every vehicle has a story. Now, my P1 story had just turned to a new chapter as we rolled it off the trailer and into the service center at McLaren Orlando. I would consult with their lead tech to see if they thought my car was worth repairing or if I had bought a total pile of shit.
Okay, so we have Jesse here, and he knows more about McLarens than I do. Actually, he knows more about McLarens than most people in the world do. And have you worked on one of these before?
Yes, I have. Couple of them, not too many, but...
Well, have you worked on one that looks like this?
No, not quite like this one.
Okay, so we have taken out the battery, we have taken out the fuel tank, so you can see the wonder that lies underneath here. Oh, yeah. Also, it's leaking a little bit of coolant. I don't know. You know, it just leaks stuff. One thing I wanted to show you is this. Yeah. So look at that. That's nice. Yeah, so that's carbon tub damage.
Oh yeah.
It's not terrible, but you know, it's there. So taking out the battery, that's fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It sure is. Especially if you don't have the special tools for it.
Oh yeah, we didn't have any special tools and we didn't have any instructions or nothing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
you did it though.
Yeah, it's not there anymore, and we electrical taped it, you know, it's fine, it's good. So the battery, when I took it out, it was like exploded. It was just ballooned out, so it was actually really hard to take out.
Oh,
we had to, yeah.
They're tough even when they're not damaged.
Yeah. So what do you guys usually do? Do you have like a lift, like a jacking lift that brings them up?
Yeah. So we actually have like an engine table with a foot pump on it.
Yeah.
Same thing that we use for pulling motors out.
Okay.
There's actually a special attachment for the P1 battery.
Oh,
where
cool.
It kind of holds it in the cradle and can tilt it to get it out at the right angle.
So, question. So when you take out the P1 battery, like, are you supposed to take these out first? Or does it all come out as one assembly? Because I was unclear about.
Yeah, so it's pretty tough. Did you see where the service disconnect was?
Yes, I took that out.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, these stay with your e-machine.
Okay.
So even if you get a new e-machine, it's going to come with all these cables. So yeah, you do connect them from up there.
Okay.
After you get the clamp off, obviously, like you guys did.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be fun going back there because it's just there's not a lot of space.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you can see what happened up here. The battery created somewhat of a fire. You know. That's yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it contained it. I mean, the car did what it was supposed to do. It didn't burn the car down.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna just redo everything here. We'll blast this, and then get probably a new harness. I mean, not probably a new harness. We definitely need to get a new harness.
Yeah.
I think the engine is it'll be salvageable. Now the turbo is pretty seized.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can tell right here. Sorry. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's good and seized. So those need to be rebuilt, and I don't know what the hybrid drive assembly looks like or this guy. That's all going to be fun. But other than what I just showed you, is there anything that is a concern to you? Just everything.
Aside from everything, no, I'm just kidding. There's your hybrid drive assembly that goes between your motor and your transmission that you'll definitely want to take a look into.
Okay.
They are notorious for leaking.
Okay. Yeah, there's a seal kit I remember seeing.
Yeah. Yep. They usually just have us replace the whole thing. But definitely look into that. Obviously, your high voltage stuff, you're gonna want to. Yeah. Definitely dig into that.
Are these sealed, or are they? Do they have like a breather?
It's a good question.
Because if it has a breather, then there's probably salt water in there. But
yeah, You know, I don't know off the top of my head, but I can find out for you.
Well, I mean, we're also going to find out, you know, whenever we take this off.
Yeah.
But one thing you'll notice is, one thing I noticed is the corrosion here.
Yeah.
That happened when the battery was discharging. And this not only happened here, but it happened all over the grounding straps inside the car.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like eating away, which is kind of cool. Like it's like a little, you know, science experiment here. But now, one thing I'm a little bit concerned about are the brakes. I'm gonna pretend this is a Honda Civic, and like I'm just gonna drive it with this on there, and then see if it comes off. I don't know if that's, you know, these are probably a very large number to buy.
Yeah, they're very hard to get.
Yeah.
Well, you pop this off at all yet?
No, I haven't.
You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead. If water comes out, I'm just gonna.
Sand.
Yeah, there's sand everywhere.
Okay, do look okay though.
One thing I noticed is that all 4 shocks are leaking, and that is, I think it's because the salt water ate away at the copper washers. So, and those are like super high pressure, so they'll start, you know,
Oh yeah.
seeping. So hopefully it's just those washers, but I don't know. It could be the boots or, you know.
Yeah.
Can those get rebuilt? No.
If you can get parts for it, I don't. As far as I know, McLaren doesn't offer separate parts to rebuild them.
Yeah.
If you can source them,
Yeah.
you might have a chance. There is a seal where the strut goes into the body there.
Yeah.
I actually just replaced one of those a couple months ago now.
Okay.
On another P1. An expensive strap.
So what are the you know, like common issues with P1s?
Battery.
Battery?
Yeah. Aside from that, though, not too much. I mean, they put the time and effort into designing and building that car correct.
Yeah, it's insane. I love the, you know, I've worked on the 675 a lot, and then going to this, it's like several steps above. Yeah, you can tell that they spent a lot of time.
Yeah, all the machining and everything, even like, you know, 675 is still a pretty good example of a well-built car as well.
Yeah.
But this, it's a different level.
So are you a project car guy?
I would like to be, if I had time.
What my question is, would you take on a project like this, knowing what you know about McLarens?
If I had the money to, I'd give it a shot. I think it would be fun.
All right.
You know?
So that makes me feel good. That's It's like, oh no, I would never touch anything like this. You know, no, that makes me feel good. One of the things I like about McLaren, just as a brand, is that it seems like they're a little more like scrappy, a little more like kind of, you know, we'll figure things out, you know, and I like that a lot more than like say a Ferrari or whatever.
Yeah.
And all the people that I've talked to about McLarens since the 675 and this car, they've all been like super nice. They've all been really forthcoming, and they know I like the car, they like the cars, and like it's a good feeling to know. Cause if I would have bought a Ferrari would have been like, hey, so we're gonna sue you. Yeah. I would like to see if we can maybe get a ballpark figure on what it would take to fix this if McLaren took this on. I know we probably can't do it today, but I would just like, you know, maybe one of your you know, your service writer guys could like, I don't know, have a heart attack and then
I'll take pictures of everything if you don't mind. That way you guys can, you know, I won't keep you here all day.
No, listen, I'm on your time.
Yeah, and then we can work up an estimate for you and get you an idea.
Honestly, I think if we put a new battery in there, we start this right up.
I mean, you said you turned the motor by hand and it felt fine?
Yeah, it felt fine. I mean, the turbos, they can unseize, you know? That's fine.
Like, soak them in oil for a little
exactly.
while.
Put some Harvard Mystery oil. You're good. Dude, thank you so much.
No problem. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely. And please look around the car as much as you want, take some pictures. Okay. And then I'm going to get a bill. And hopefully that number isn't millions of dollars. It probably will be.
And while we waited, Rex, Jack, and I decided to take a stroll through the McLaren Orlando showroom to window shop all the lovely cars we couldn't possibly ever afford.
All right, gentlemen, this is nice. This is real nice. So right here we have a McLaren Speedtail. This is Speedtail XP10, and this is the last Speedtail to get made. One interesting thing, among many things, is that this has $70,000 worth of gold flake in the paint, and every single one of these letters is 24 karat gold, as well as the emblem in the front. How much do you think the emblem in the front costs, Jack?
5-10 grand?
5-10 grand. That is an emblem that costs $100,000.
Okay.
Seriously?
Little
Yep.
off. A little bit off there. Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It looks it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Great.
Dude, look at this. It has like all their logos here on the top of the.
Oh yeah, so
engraved.
that's minted. So, you know, it's like an NFT.
Yeah.
It's basically like an NFT.
It is.
You can't
Cannot be replicated.
You can't funge that. I am not a fan of black cars, but this theming on this car is like, it's fantastic. I love the gold surrounds. This gives me a really, really, really good idea of what I want to do with the P1 now. I'm not gonna go black. I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because
Black though.
I know.
It looks so sinister in black.
It would, but I think that car has more flowing lines. And I mean, this has flowing lines too. I just crapped on my own point. Here we have a McLaren Senna Can-Am, and this is #1. And this is a road legal car. Now, this is a car that is absolutely insane on the track. And this is one thing that I believe Shmi told me, this is a car that is styled by science or styled by the air surrounding it. But
Paint is beautiful. Like,
the paint is really nice.
I don't know if it shows on camera, but it looks like a creamsicle. Like
Oh, yeah.
It really does.
The
It
depth
really
of
does.
this color is like you can see into the color. Like, and then
Yeah.
if you look at the side here where they've painted on this logo, like it's seamless. There's no ridge. Like there's no ridge in the base coat even. Like that's making up the color for the graphic. But man, that is
The
gorgeous.
orange gets lighter the closer you get to it.
does,
It's
right?
Pretty cool.
Like over here, if I look at it, it's dark. But if I look in the back where it's like catching some of the light, it's way lighter.
It pops. It pops really nice. But over there is something that I know your mini truck and heart
Man.
is. You're gonna love this. This is completely hand done.
That
And-
is dope. Look at that. It's like 24
Yeah.
hours.
But this is But there's like an extra layer of like ghosting in this.
Yeah. That's a lot of time. What did he say it was? Like
2,000 hours.
1,000 hours. That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's gorgeous. Like this process is really fun. It's a lot of layering.
This is not street legal, no. But we live in Florida, so yes, it is street legal. So here's where the magic happens, and by magic I mean specking out cars, which I have never ever done because I always buy my cars used. But take a look, there's all these paint swatches. There's a McLaren Elva, one of I believe 9 with a windshield, and a Senna GTR. Dude, that looks tough.
When is your birthday, bro?
Huh?
When is your birthday?
When's my birthday?
Yeah.
January 8th.
I'm gonna buy you one
You gonna buy me one?
of these.
Oh,
That's all I can afford, bro.
listen, that is really nice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We should look at some of their paint swatches to see what we can paint the P1.
That's a good idea, actually.
Let's take a look at this. I really like red.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you not want red?
I'm not really a big fan of reds, but I mean those reds on the end. This I really like.
Yeah.
And in certain cars, this color looks good, but
does.
I'm more towards partial to that side.
So I think a deep red with, you see this flake? There's a really nice flake in this, and I like that. I would do a red with like a gold flake in it.
Yeah. That really pops really good.
So I think, silver looks nice, but that car, it needs something like spicy.
Yeah. Definitely.
Orange is really cool. Like these oranges, this is kind of burnt orange. This is Elite Volcano Orange, and everything here is volcano. It's funny because they have volcano blue, volcano yellow. Volcano just means that there is like a base and then a like a sparkle, like a pearl effect. So that is what McLaren call their volcano range. But this is more. I mean, you have McLaren orange. This is like a flat color, but I don't think this color should be flat. If it was your car, what would you do?
Black.
You do a black?
Black, but with
You
like
do
a
black
but with
P1?
like a big flake though in it.
Boo.
It looks sinister though.
Boo.
Like,
I'll just do primer.
so good.
You do primer?
That's
Primer
it.
gray.
Primer.
Okay, so
And beat the crap out of
so
it.
primer gray. I'm just kidding. So you just do primer
Right,
and then
that's it.
That-
Or make Jack work harder and do exposed carbon.
Okay, so so we have
I'm gonna teach you how to
we
sand.
have, we have black, which is lack of color, and then we have primer, which is no color at all. Great. Okay, I'm glad I brought you. Thank you so much. So you guys can let me know in the comments what you would like the P1 to be
What
spec.
about over there though? How are you with blues? Those blues.
So here's the thing with blues. I like blues a lot. I think the P1 would look fantastic with a bunch of these blues, especially like that one, the teal, really nice. This dark blue, this is Vega blue. They all look fantastic. The problem is the 675 is blue.
Yeah, but more like a purple blue. Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
can you really have two blue McLarens? You know, you can't. It's like going to the club and wearing the same dress. You know, one of you has to change.
She's got to leave.
As inspiring as it was to see these unique factory specs and colors, I was cautiously optimistic about the price tag of the P1 parts. After all, I've rebuilt a 675 LT before, so I was ready for anything they were going to throw at me.
I wasn't ready. So I just got the service estimate for my P1 over here from McLaren Orlando. They did a really good job, very, very thorough, and I will now share with you how much everything cost. Are you guys sitting down? I'm sitting down. I think I need a friend to lighten the load. Jack,
Yeah.
I need you to.
Can I sit here too?
You can sit. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the most expensive chair
Yeah. Just pop a squat.
ever sat on.
It's fine. It's only going to get more expensive. We need a front carbon splitter with PDC, park distance control. All right. How much do you think that costs? The front splitter for a McLaren P1.
Well, seeing as how we've seen some stuff with the other McLaren, 20,000.
29,057 American doll hairs.
Wow.
The front clam, which is this guy, it's a big piece. So it's basically the whole front end of the car. That goes for $70,000. The bonnet assembly, that's the hood, for those of you paying attention, the hood is $25,762.
It's a lot of work though. That's
Now, the left and right headlamp, you know, these have some water in them.
Yeah.
Some water ingress. Probably would be good to replace them. How much do you think they are as a pair?
total or just a piece? A pair. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a pair.
$15,000.
Yeah, you're close. It was $15,000. You got it exactly. Yeah.
Good guess.
Left and right door assemblies. Each door, is $82,388.17. You need the 17 cents, otherwise there's no deal.
Holy.
You know? So just in doors, if you got two doors for this car, it's $164,000.
That was a good house back in the early 2000s.
That's a good house now.
Yeah, that's true.
$82,000 can buy you like a brand new anything.
Yeah.
Left and right glass roof panels that we took out with Extreme Prejudice. Those are weirdly, one is $1,000 more, but like one's $8,000, the other one's $7,000. So, you want to know how much the rear clam costs?
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Well, as soon as that was pretty expensive. I would guess 50,000.
$130,000, my friends.
Wow, I
Yeah.
was way off.
Yeah, $130,708.18. You got to remember the 18 cents. Don't be skimping out on McLaren.
No taxation without representation.
That's right. We have lots of representation here. Okay, we have left and rear side panel assembly. Those side panels that would go on there, each of those is about $11,000 a piece. Rear wing main plane assembly. Now this wing, it's two parts. So there's an upper and a lower part, and they bolt together. Now I don't know if both of mine need to get replaced, but one definitely needs to get replaced. And just the one is $45,823.64. But with the second one, it's $17,253. So together, what is that, like 60-something thousand dollars just for the wing?
Yeah.
60 grand for the wing.
That's 6 Evos.
That's six Mitsubishi Evos from Copart.
Yeah.
From Copart.
It's got to be Copart.
Yeah, it's got to be Copart. That's like 2 regular ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the front subframe, the thing down here that's all corroded.
Yes.
Okay, that is $18,599.91. Then we have the rear frame. That one was corroded and housed the engine and all that stuff. That's $28,996.86. And then we get to the brakes. Oh, the brakes are fun because you got 4 of them. Front brake disc. Each front brake disc is $28,907.
Oh my goodness.
So you're gonna be 60 grand into front brake discs. It's not including the pads. The pads are a mere $5,000. That's it.
A piece?
Or
together?
It's probably together, but who knows? They might be a piece.
That's a bargain.
That is a bargain. I'd take $5,000. Where do I put my money?
Yeah.
The rear brakes are only $27,791.50. Now, I'm flabbergasted because this stuff costs so much, incredible amount of money. But they only made 375 of these cars. This car has technology from like the space shuttle.
Yeah.
These brakes, they're not regular carbon ceramic brakes. They're coated in silicon carbide. No other car has these brakes. It's not like you can get these off of like a Chevy Corvette or something. Everything on this car was basically bespoke. It's all carbon. This is like the real deal. It's a for real hypercar, and these are for real hypercar prices. Now, the rear wheel. How much is the rear wheel?
20.
Actually, we're saving money there. It's only $6,400.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's not terrible.
So here's the thing. The total of that is, and this is just body panels. It doesn't count the battery, which is 160 grand, or the harness, which the car needs, and I know that's about $17,000. No, this is just the body panels and what they could see, the brakes and that sort of thing. And that came out too, without any sort of labor, this is parts alone, $753,391.62. You gotta add the 62 cents.
Well, you're still under the 2 million mark.
Yep.
So you're good.
Yep. So all I have to do is cut McLaren a check for this amount of money, and then my P1 will look great.
Newish.
It'll look new-ish.
Yeah.
That's right. So here's the thing. I'd like to thank McLaren Orlando for having us over there. They were really, really good sports. They're awesome. They know their stuff. They have a really good selection, and they have amazing cars there. But I can't afford this. I am not in any position to maybe ever afford this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get some of these parts used. I'm going to try to make these work on a DIY level. And then I'm going to probably do some aftermarket and custom stuff, because I think for 750 grand, you can build a car for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be something left over.
Yeah.
So something can be more bespoke, I guess you could say, right? You could set this car even further apart.
I'm going to need to get creative.